Once we have the alarm journal set up in our gateway, let's take a look at how we can visualize that data in a project. First, let's go up to the Tools menu and go to the Database Query Browser, where we can see our alarm events table and alarm event data table in the database. If I were to query the alarm events table, we can see that it's filled with a bunch of different alarm events that have happened over the past few hours. These two tables are standard database tables and can be queried directly using SQL queries. However, Ignition has a built-in component to visualize this data called the Alarm Journal table located here in the Alarming section. Let's drag it on the window and take a look at it. You can see that it's set up like a table component, but it's set to specifically query those Alarm Journal tables. It uses color coding to help differentiate between the different types of events, although this can be customized to suit your needs. And if I put it into preview mode, you can see that it acts just like a power table, and that I can move the columns around and even select rows. I can also select the magnifying icon down in the lower right here, where I can view more details about the row that I have selected. Finally, two of the most important properties of this Alarm Journal table are the start and end date properties. By default, both the start and end date properties will be set to no date. However, what this means is that it's going to be looking at the last 8 hours of alarms. Additionally, the Alarm Journal table component does not automatically update, like the Alarm Status table component does. What this means is that if a new alarm event were to occur, it doesn't automatically get loaded into the table. The table first has to update to see the changes. So, while my Alarm Journal table says that the most recent event was at 1:51 p.m., this is only because that was the most recent event when it last updated, which was when I first dragged it onto the screen. To get the component to update and pull in the most recent values, I would need to change the start and end date properties, typically through a binding. We will go over how to set up bindings on the start and end date properties, as well as how to configure many of the other properties of the Alarm Journal table later on in the course.